Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Joan Dog channel. Today we have something special. We are going to be ranking every single champion in League of Legends. Okay? But not just a normal ranking. All right? We are going to be ranking them based on how drained they are. All right? Based on how drained they are. Now, if you're not familiar with what drain is, it's like it's hard to explain, but it's like a lifestyle, you know? Well, first and foremost, it's a music group. It's called Drain Gang. And they make like esoteric, like cloud rap, like hyper pop music. The most popular member is Blade. Then you got Echo 2K and Tyboy Goon. And what Drain essentially is, it's just the aesthetic of their music. And it's kind of, like I said, like esoteric and out there. It kind of sounds like you're on a bunch of drugs, you know? It's kind of a little edgy, like a little spiritual, a little weird, you know? It's totally out there. So, ranking these League of Legends champions based on how drained they are, you know, based on how likely it is that they would listen to Drain Gang, that they would mess with Drain Gang. You know, maybe they don't like Drain Gang. So we got our different tiers here. Okay, we'll start at the bottom. We got would listen to Blade and be like, what the F is this trash? Okay. So if you put Blade on near this champion, they'll be like, what the hell is this? Turn this off right now. This sounds like garbage. Because that's like most people's reaction to like Blade and Drain Gang at first. And then we got likes only, the most popular DG tracks. This is like the surface level, like Drain, you know? Maybe you discovered like a couple Blade songs on TikTok or whatever. You like Be Nice to Me because of the memes. And Hyperpop Enjoyer loves Ice Dancer and the Fool. This means that like you're a Hyperpop fan. So obviously you're like tapped into Blade because of that, because he has like a few quote unquote Hyperpop projects. And then we have drains as a way of life. Okay. This means that this champ drains every single day. All right. They are always listening to Blade. They are just constantly, you know, listening to like the old stuff, the archives. They're listening to like Rip Squad beats on SoundCloud. You know, they're listening to like Glue 2. You know, they're just like super hardcore. And then we have Drained. All right. Drained is a tier above that. You know, obviously they listen to Blade every day. And Echo 2K and Tyboy, they know all the projects, they know all the songs by heart. You know, they're like a super hardcore fanatic. And honestly, they were just born to be drained. Like they just got that vibe about them, you know. They are just like super esoteric and like melancholic. They didn't find Blade's music. Blade music found them, essentially. So, those are our tiers. And we are going to start ranking them right now with Aatrox. Okay, I feel like this one's pretty obvious. Aatrox is a giant hater. He would roast the out of you if you were listening to Blade. He'd be like, what the hell are you listening to? What is this garbage? Like, go listen to some real music, you know what I mean? And then we got Ahri. I feel like Ahri is kind of like, it's interesting because like if you think about Ahri, she like literally like absorbs your life essence, and that's kind of like what drain is. It's like, you know, you're draining like life, you know? So I feel like she belongs a bit higher just because of like the nature of her character. And also she kind of got that vibe about her, you know? I feel like she'd like some hyper pop stuff. You know, probably loves the Ice Dancer. Probably loves all those aesthetic like wintry tracks. So we'll put her there. Kali, she's kind of interesting because she's got like that edge about her, you know, and she's like angsty. So I feel like she would like fuck with Blade a little bit. But I feel like she's like more of like a, you know, like an emo fan, you know what I mean? Like probably likes like Evanescence and stuff. So we'll put her like right here. Akshan, I'd probably say the same. Yeah. He probably uses TikTok and like sees like the Blade songs on TikTok. Alistar, easy at the bottom. Amumu. Okay, this is a big one. I mean, Come on, Amumu is emo AF, right? He is just like super melancholic, super sad boys ish. So I feel like he easily like I might have to put him at the top, honestly. Like I don't know. He's just super drained, man. Yeah, let's just throw him at the top. Anivia. Okay, this is interesting actually because she's literally like an ice creature, you know? Like she's an ice deity. So I feel like she'd love Ice Dancer. So we're gonna put her there. Annie. I don't know, but Annie is like weird because she's like 9 years old, right? She probably has no idea what Blade is. She probably like only watches Coco Melon and has no idea like what music is. So we're gonna be like right there, yeah. Now Aphelios. Oh my god, if Aphelios isn't drained, then I don't know who is. Like easily up here, and his sister just super drained. Now Ash. She's also from the Freljord, but I mean she's not literally made out of ice, but she's still a Freljord, right? But we can't just put every single Freljord at this tier because they like Ice Dancer. I'd say that like she probably likes, yeah, she probably likes Be Nice to Me and like those other tracks. So we'll put her here. Aurelion Sol easily at the bottom. He would roast the shit out of you for listening to Blade, just like Aatrox. He probably listens to like classical music, you know what I mean? Azir, easily at the bottom. Okay, Bard. I don't know about you guys, but Bard just gives me like that like drained like vibe, you know? He's just kind of like esoteric and like weird. So we're gonna put him like right there. Belveth. I feel like I don't know. I feel like she's like a big like metal fan, you know? She probably doesn't even know what Blade is, honestly. So we'll put her right there. Blitzcrank. I feel like Blitzcrank would love Hyperpop because he's literally a robot, right? So he probably likes like all like the synthy like stuff. So we'll put him here. Brand. I feel like Brand would like Playboy Cardi for some reason. I would probably like a little bit of Blade, so we'll put him here. This guy. I forget what his name is, honestly. Oh yeah, Braum. So, Braum. I don't know. I don't think that he'd be like roasting you for like listening to Blade, but he also wouldn't really like it. But maybe if you liked Blade and he was like your friend, because he's like such a nice guy, he would like some Blade songs that you like, just because like he's your friend, you know. Now Briar is like the type of person that would listen to Blade, honestly. You guys know what I mean? Like, I don't know. She just like reminds me of a Blade fan for some reason. So I'm gonna put her like right here. Caitlyn. I mean, probably right here, let's be honest. Camille, right here easily. Yeah, like all these people, they just wouldn't have any idea what Blade is. Cho'Gath, I don't even know if he listens to music. Like he's like a eldritch monster or something. So now Corki. I feel like Corki likes I feel like he likes like dad rock, you know, like Aerosmith and stuff. Like just like super like old school like boomer music. So we'll put him here too. Darius, that's easily right here. Like he would hate it. He would probably chop your head off if you're listening to Blade. Diana. Diana is pretty drained. I don't know. Like her whole like moon aesthetic. It's like I don't know. It's like just pretty drained in general. Like I feel like she. Yeah, we'll put her here. Draven would roast you. Dr. Mundo. I mean, isn't Dr. Mundo like canonically like brain dead? I think that would make him like kind of like Blade. Maybe just because like I don't know, it's like stimulating for him. So maybe we'll put him at like hyper pop enjoyer tier. Echo. I mean, come on. His name's literally Echo. We just got to put him up here. Elise. I don't know. I don't know. Elise is like kind of a mix up. I feel like she would roast you, honestly. But she is pretty. Wait. She's a spider. She's literally a spider. So we got to put her here at least. Definitely a little bit drained at least because she's actually just a spider. You know what I mean? Blade has that album, Spider. It's just too obvious. Now, Evelyn. I mean, she's a succubus. It's kind of the same situation with Briar. Like, she just kind of reminds me of, like, the type of person that would like Blade. And I mean, she's also like Ari. Like, she literally, like, sucks the life out of you. So we'll put her there. Ezreal. Oh my god. Ezreal. Totally the type of person that would like Blade. I mean, come on. He's, like, totally just an e-boy. Probably a hyperpop enjoyer. So we'll put him there. I mean, people who like hyperpop probably play Ezreal too. I mean, I know that for a fact, actually. Fiddlesticks would definitely roast you. Now, Fiora. I feel like when Fiora's like practicing, like her fencing, you know, she has to put on like some hype, like hyperpop music, you know what I mean? Just to like get into the zone when she's like fencing and doing like her sword stuff. And she probably really likes like the hyperpop stuff. You know what I mean? Now Fiddle. Fiddle. We'll just throw him here. I think that's appropriate. Gallios. We'll put him here. Gangplank would roast you. Garen probably has no idea what music is. Would roast you. Gnar. Okay, this is kind of the same situation with Mundo because like he doesn't have much brain activity. So if he heard like Blade songs, it'd probably give him like a little bit of stimulation. You know what I mean? So we'll put him here. Gragas. Definitely would roast you. Graves would roast you. Gwen. I mean, come on. Gwen is pretty freaking drained, guys. Gwen is like hyper pop enjoyer tier for sure. Hecarim. I feel like a lot of like the Shadow Isles like characters are pretty drained. It kind of reminds me of like the early like Blade eras, you know, like working on dying. Like just like that edgy like stuff that he made back in the day. So I'm gonna put him here actually. Heimer probably would roast you. This guy probably listens to like classical music. Alawi would definitely roast you. Aurelia probably likes the most popular ones. Ivern, he definitely with with 5-Star Crest. He probably loves that album. He definitely does. Like that album was kind of made for Ivern, you know what I mean? So we'll put him here. Janna, I don't know. This one's kind of tricky. Yeah, we'll put her here. Jarvan would definitely just roast you. Jax would probably roast you. Jace. We'll put him here, I think. He would probably roast you. Now, Jhin. Jin's a big one. I feel like Jin's like a huge drainer. Because let's be honest, like all drainers are sociopaths, so let's just throw him here. Jank, same situation with like Briar and Evelyn. Probably the type of person that drains. Kai'Sa. I mean, she has like daddy issues. Of course she drains. Kalista. What? We'll put her at the same tier as Hecarim, actually. Now, Karma. Definitely drained, actually. We'll put her, like, right here. Karthus. I don't know. Probably roast you. Kassadin. Okay, I really like the concept of a drainer Kassadin. Because, I mean, I'm a Kassadin player, and I drain, so this is going to be a bit biased, but he's at least, like, right here. Now Katarina. I don't know. She's like a Noxian, like she's like super hardcore. She'd probably be like, what is this crap? Kale, same thing. Kane, easy drained, like just 100% drained. Like he's just like so edgy, you know. He's like just so like melancholic and like edgy. He thinks he's an anime character. Definitely drains all the time. Kennen, I feel like it's like the same situation as Kane. Like he's like a little like ninja guy. You know, I feel like yeah. I feel like he likes the hyper pop stuff. Kha'Zix. We'll put him here, honestly. Kindred. Okay. I've been saying this for years. All right. But I think Kindred is like so drained. I mean, if you just think about like even Kindred's like splash art and you see like the wolf, it just kind of reminds me of like some of those early like drain like aesthetics, you know? You know what I mean? Like there's like the face and it has like it's kind of like a venom face and it has like the mouth and like the eyes. It just reminds me so much of Drain Gane. And like, I mean, Kindred is literally like all about life and death. And like that's like the whole like Drain philosophy. So I think that yeah, she's like number one Drain for sure. Kled probably listens to like, you know, like same deal with Corky. Probably likes Aerosmith and like, you know, Judas Priest and stuff like that. Metallica. Kog'Maw. Okay. I don't know. I'm just trying to think like what kind of music would Kog'Maw like even? I feel like he doesn't even know what music is, so we'd probably just put him here. Now this guy, K'Sante. I feel like K'Sante like really likes like the old school like boom bap like hip hop stuff. So we'll put him like down here. He'd probably listen to it and be like, "Oh, this SoundCloud crap is garbage." Blah blah blah. You know. I heard she would absolutely flame you for listening to Blade LeBlanc. Absolutely. Lee Sin. I feel like since Lee Sin is blind, you know, that he like really enjoys like pretty like sound textures and like atmospheres because like his ears are like the only way you can experience things. So I feel like he really likes like the stimulation of like Blade's more hyper poppy stuff. Now Leona, I feel like since Diana is like a big drainer and that like they love each other, that she would also like drain. So I'm gonna put her like right next to Diana. Not above her though. Now Lilia. At least likes the most popular DG track, but let's be honest, she's pretty drained. We'll put her here. Lissandra. I feel like we have to put like every Freljord champ at least in this category. Lucian. I feel like he drains quite a bit. He probably drains like often, I think. I mean, he has a pretty edgy backstory. Like his wife had her like soul captured by like a demon or something. I don't know. So we'll put him there. Lulu. I mean, come on. All like Lulu players are e-girls. So obviously they all drain. So we have to put her like here. Like it's just like a connection by proxy. Lux. I feel like Lux is like, you know, like that popular girl in school that would like only listen to like Drake and like whatever's popular or even like country music. And she like listens to like Blade and it's like, what am I even listening to? Like, is this even music? You know what I mean? Now Malphite. I mean, honestly, even just looking at like Malphite's picture, it's like the same deal with Kindred. Like it kind of reminds me of like those old Blade aesthetics, you know? I don't know. He's just kind of chill. He's just kind of chill like that. So we're going to put him there, actually. Malzahar, definitely like Giga Drain. We'll put him there. Maokai, he's also like pretty drained. Like same thing. I mean, look at his face. Just super drained out. Master Yi. We'll put him like right here. I think that makes sense. Milio, kind of the same situation with Lux. Probably like super like normie stuff. Has no idea what Blade or Drain Gain is, you know. So I'll put her there. And Miss Fortune. I don't know. What kind of music would Miss Fortune like? This one's kind of tricky. Like, I feel like she'd just roast you, honestly. Mordekaiser probably listens to like heavy metal, would roast the shit out of you and probably kill you. Morgana, holy crap. If Morgana isn't drained, then I don't know who is. Like, she's just. Honestly, we have to put her. We have to. Yeah, that's perfect. She's like right there. She's just like super drained, honestly. Like, come on. I mean, look at her. Look at her personality. Look at like everything, her voice lines. She's just super edgy and like emo. Nefiri. I feel like she wouldn't like drain at all, honestly. Naomi. She's like pretty drained, honestly. We'll put her like right here. Nasus would roast you. Nautilus would probably roast you. Nico. Oh, this is easily like hyperpop tier. Easily. Nidalee, I mean, she's like a tribes person, right? Like she probably has no idea like what like rap music is. So we'll put her like right here. Nyla. I mean, she's like pretty edgy. Doesn't she have like a demon inside of her or something? So we'll put her like right here. Nunu, he's also like a kid. So he probably has, well, I mean, he is a Freljordian though. So he probably is like exposed to like a bit of that like drain like lifestyle. You know, like he probably like drains with Anivia sometimes. So yeah, we'll put him like right there. Nocturne. Super edgy, honestly. Just like super drained. Like definitely a Blade fan for sure. We'll put him there. Olaf would roast you. Oriana, kind of the same situation with Blitzcrank. Like she's like an android, right? So we'll put her like next to Blitzcrank. Now Ornn would definitely roast you. He likes like Metallica and stuff. Like AC/DC. Pantheon would roast you. Poppy would probably roast you. Pyke, definitely a hardcore drainer for sure. Qiyana. I feel like it's kind of the same situation with Lux. Like she's like that like popular girl, you know, like only likes like normie music. But she's like a bit like edgier than Lux, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like in between that and like she kind of reminds me of like a Drain fan, you know? So we'll put her here. Quinn probably likes like the most popular stuff. Rakan. I feel like Rakan would be like a male manipulator. So by extension, he'd have like that male manipulator taste. You know what I mean? Just because he's like such like a cornball, like lovey guy. So we'll put him here. Ramus probably hates it. Rek'Sai. I mean, it's the same thing with Lee Sin. Like she's blind, right? So she probably likes like the stimulation of like Blade, you know? So yeah, we'll put her there. We'll put her like right here. Yeah, that makes sense. Now Renata, probably roast you. Renekton would probably roast you. This guy, Rengar. Hmm. I don't know, guys. Rengar's kind of tricky. What kind of music would Rengar like? For some reason, I feel like Rengar likes like that Dean Blunt like kind of music. You know, like while he's like killing, he probably listens to like super like smooth, like like low key stuff. So we'll put him there. Riven, super edgy, definitely drains as a way of life. Rumble would probably roast you. Mm, he would probably roast you. Samira, she would probably roast you too. Sejuani, she's a Freljordian, at least belongs there. Now Senna. Senna is so drained, dude. I'm not gonna lie. She's just like giga drained. We're gonna have to at least put her like right here. I mean, her backstory is just like super edgy. Seraphine probably likes the hyper pop stuff, honestly. I mean, her music is kind of like hyper poppy too, you know? Like she's probably like tapped into that scene. Set would probably roast you. Shaco. Shaco reminds me of like the type of person that would also listen to Blade, and like Drangain stuff. Like he's just like a troll, like he's like super chaotic and like unpredictable. So we'll put him there. Oh yeah, and you have to think about the Fool. That we might have to put him up there, honestly, just for that. Because I mean, come on, the Fool, Shaco, he's literally a jester. That's like the whole like theme of the Fool is like the chaos of the universe and like the philosophy behind the jester, you know. Shen, we'll have to put him here. Shyvana, yep, would roast you. Singed would definitely roast you. Sion would definitely roast you. Sivir, I don't know. She kind of gives off like the same vibe as Akali, honestly. Hmm. We'll put her like right here. Skarner. Yeah, I don't know, man. He's like pretty drained. I mean, look at him. He's just kind of like laid back and chill, you know? He's probably like a pretty big Drain fan. Now Sona, easily like a hyper pop enjoyer. Soraka, at least like some most popular stuff. Now Swain, I feel like it's the same situation with like Corki and like, like Kled. Like he probably listens to like that dad rock, like AC/DC and stuff. Now this guy. He's pretty drained. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, come on, the chains and stuff. That's like so like early drain aesthetic. We're gonna have to put him there. And he's just like kind of edgy. Again, like the same kind of person that would listen to Blade. I feel like she'd just roast you, Syndra. She would just roast you. I don't know, actually. She is like pretty like edgy and like pretty drained. We'll at least put her there. He would roast you. She would be like, what is this? What am I listening to? She probably likes like indie stuff, you know? She probably like really likes Claro and stuff like that. She just kind of gives me that vibe. Talon, it's like super edgy. We'll put him like right there. Taric, he would be like, what is this? I don't know what I'm listening to right now. Teemo, definitely the kind of person that likes Blade. I mean, come on, he's like super annoying. Actually, maybe we'll put him in like the hyper pop tier. Cause he's like super like cutesy and like, like has a high pitched voice and stuff. Thresh would definitely roast you. Tristana. I feel like she likes DaBaby and like Quavo and stuff like that. So maybe she's like a little tapped into like Drain. She just kind of gives me that vibe for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's her canon, Maybe she likes that like gangster, like trap music. She has like that strap on her, you know what I mean? So maybe she's a little tapped into Blade. Trundle. He would probably roast you. He would definitely roast you. Twisted Fate. I don't know. He's kind of drained, man. Like, he's just kind of chill, you know? I mean, like, the whole, like, card thing, that's just kind of, like, an edgy, like, thing. We'll put him, like, right here. Twitch. Probably the type of person that drains, let's be honest. Blade fans do not shower. And Twitch is just, like, super smelly. Udyr. He would definitely roast you. Urgot. I feel like Urgot's like super like tapped into like music for some reason. So he would at least like the DG stuff. Like the most popular DG stuff. Now Varus. I mean, come on, he's like a twink, man. Like he definitely just drains every day. Vayne at least likes the popular stuff. Veigar. We'll put him at the bottom. Vel'Koz. We'll put him at the bottom. Okay, Vex easily up here. I mean, come on. She's just like super emo, super edgy, you know. She is just, yeah, just edgy AF. She hates everything. The music saved her life, you know. Vi. I mean, at least likes the most popular stuff. Or even hyperpop, honestly. She probably likes like the Fool and stuff and like 5-Star Crest. She's just got like that like punky, like emo-ish vibe about her. Viego, super drained. All the way up there. I mean, come on, it's Viego. Victor, right there. Vladimir. Okay, Vladimir is literally the definition of drain. Like, he literally drains you of your blood. He's a vampire, dude. Blade was all about that vampire stuff back in the day. That was like his whole thing. Volibear down there. Warwick probably down here. Wukong definitely down here. Xayah. I feel like Rakan would like put Xayah onto like Drangain, but she likes like the hyper poppy stuff, you know. So we'll put her there. We'll put this guy down here. He would just roast you, honestly. Xin Zhao. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, he'd probably hate it. Okay, Yasuo and Yone, obviously they're up here. They're just like edgelords, and let's be honest, they're like typical like Blade fans. Yorick, he's like pretty edgy. We should at least put him here. He probably likes like the working on dying stuff. Yumi, I don't know. I mean, come on. She's an e-girl champ. We have to put her there. Zac, he's actually pretty drained. Look at his like face. That's like, yeah, that's pretty drained. And I feel like he's just like pretty chill, you know, likes good music. Zed, same situation as Yorick, probably likes the edgier stuff. Honestly, even maybe put him up a tier or two. He's just like super edgy, you know. Zeri, again, reminds me of the type of person that would like Blade. Ziggs. Ziggs is kind of like the same as Shaco. Like, he's a bit of a troll, you know? Like, he's just kind of like, yeah, he's just like a bit of like an internet troll vibes, you know what I mean? I mean, he's kind of making a troll face even. So he probably is like super tapped into like PC music. We'll put him here. Zoe. I mean, Ezreal is like super tapped into Blade. So obviously we have to put her here because she loves Ezreal. So therefore she wants to like listen to the same music as him. The last one. She would roast you. So yeah, I think we got a pretty solid list here, guys. I think Kindred is our most drained champion in League of Legends, honestly. Like easily by far. She is just like super drained. Like her entire like theme and like character design and like aesthetic and backstory and her voice lines. It's just even her play style is just like super drained because you know you're like going into their jungle and you're taking their resources and literally in an interview Blade is like talking about like draining like the earth of the resources and stuff, or he goes on to like this like rant about like what drain even is. He's talking about like, oh, you know, you gotta like drain the night and like drain the resources, but if you drain too much then you'll get drained. And that's the same thing with Kindred. Like if you're jungling and you take too much of the enemy junglers camps, then you'll get drained yourself and your camps will get taken. You'll get counter jungled. You know, you'll start getting invaded. So you gotta like, you know, she's just the embodiment of drain, guys. I mean, come on. So I think our tier list is pretty much like perfect as it is. I think we got it like pretty head on. You know, I think this is pretty solid. So we're gonna leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching the video. This was awesome. This was really fun. I've been wanting to do this for a long time because me and my friends always have discussions about like who the most drained champ is. So if you guys disagree with any of this, or you think like, you know, maybe I didn't think about something when placing a champion, then, you know, let me know in the comments. All right.